Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your girl Sandrine, and I guess I'm back again with another video. Listen, every single time me now come back on YouTube, something else pops up, and then I feel like I just have to make this clear so that everybody can be clear on where they stand. So today I have some additional information about filing your tax as a J1 that I think that everybody should know, because I realize that a lot of persons, they always ask me this, throughout the weeks that we have been filing tax in January here into February. And I'm like, let me just make a general, what you call it, general information. I don't know, whatever word must go right there. So I know that people know. And also I'll be sharing something that happened to me this year. So this year I actually filed my own taxes because I was in the mood. I didn't feel lazy, and so I ran into something that I did not expect for the first time ever, and so I had to deal with it. And so I'm here just to share with you because I know it will be useful for most of you. All right, so let's get into the video. All right, so I'm back. All right, so let me answer this question because a lot of persons keep on asking me this question, and honestly, I'm it's at the point of irritation right now. It's at the point of irritation, and the number one question is when persons, not even say reach out to me, but persons always debating about this fact: should J1 students use TurboTax or a next app, something like Sprint or whatever the case is? I don't know. Listen, if you're on my channel, it simply means that I have only used TurboTax. I cannot suggest anything else to you. I don't know which other apples to suggest to you. I don't know anything except TurboTax, right? And I know that the main debate why some persons were saying that we shouldn't use TurboTax is because we're not Americans, we are international aliens, or whatever the case is. But listen, Ansted and Comfort, I have been using TurboTax from 2018, and now we're in 2022, and I'm hearing all one and pieces. So please, I don't know. If it's not TurboTax, I don't know how else to advise you. Remember, I know every single thing that I say here, it is all based on experience. I think I'm gonna go through. Them happen to me, and so I'm telling you. So if it never happened to me, I can't tell you. All right. So that's the first thing first. Let's do that out the bag. The second thing I want to mention, I have a list here that I'm going to talk on. This is everything that I want to say to you. The second thing that I always get asked is, where do you go to access your W-2s? All right, so here is this. When you start working in the US and you sign up with your companies, you do the registration process all over again up there, you realize that some of them actually have this management system or this system, for example, Paycom, which you go on to see the hours that you have worked, your contract and all of that. And so those are the same system that you will go on to access your W-2. So if your company uses Paycom, you don't have to message the company when January comes and ask them, oh, where's my W-2? No. All you have to do is remember your login details for that platform, go on Paycom, and then you will see where it says tax forms and documents or anything at all with documents and so forth, and you go there and you download your W-2 when it becomes available, of course, right? And so that goes for Paycom. If you work at Walmart, this year I had a bit of a difficulty trying to get my W-2 online, and then I realized that their online platform that they use is actually tax form management. So I had to go on there and sign up. Here's the thing: if you're going to sign up on tax form, I spent 2 weeks before I finally figured it out. 2 weeks trying to, because every minute they kept on blocking me, saying that my information is incorrect. So here is the thing now with tax form for Walmart. If you're going to go on there and try to access your W-2, you must put in the exact email address, address, phone number, every single thing that you use to apply to the company when you got up there, especially if it was your second job. So when I was registering for the first time, I left off my apartment number. I was using my Jamaican number to try and register, thinking that they would just send a text to my phone, but no, they want the exact information that you use to sign up at Walmart on the site. So it has to be the exact. So if you did have apartment number, if you did have 3 Beacon Road Street, you need to have it exactly how it is before they can give you access to that. And so one and the same phone number, even if the phone number was an American number and that number is no longer in service, you don't have to worry. When they're going to send the code, they have the option to either send it to the phone number or the email address. So all you have to do is just select the email address, and then that will be your order of the day, and you'll get through, and then you just go on there, download the W2 and have it in hand, right? So again, for those companies that you go to and they use these special platforms to give you your paycheck and all of these, you see a pay slip and all these things, you don't have to call the company when it's tax time. All you have to do is remember your login information, sign back onto these platforms, and then just access them. And so let me just go through those again. That is Paycom tax form management for Walmart, and MyADP for Wendy's. I know Wendy's use it, Ross use it, and probably Burger King use it. So there you go for that. All right, so the next burning question that I want to, not even a burning question, but yeah, a burning question, because some persons have been asking me this. I've seen a lot of debates about it, and I'm just going to answer it here. So some persons want to know, can I file one of my W2s this year and then the other one the next year? That answer is no. I was led to believe that up until I found out that no, you can't do that. No, this year when I was filing my own taxes, because I just felt in the mood, I was like, let me just file my own taxes this year. So I got my W2 for my main job, and it was taking some while a time. Remember I told you 2 weeks I was trying to sign on to tax form, not realizing that I had to put in the exact information. And so I was getting frustrated, I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and just file this first W2. And so I went ahead, but then I was like, no, I've never done that before. I've always filed all my W2s together. So I was like, let me just wait for Walmart at least a week. And then the W2 came through with Walmart. And so I had both my W2s now, so I could actually file. So what happened now was that when I put in my first W2, I saw the amount of taxes that I was going to get back, and I was like, yes, I was smiling, right? And my entire money that I worked from that first company was about 9,000 something dollars, right? That was from the first company. Now, when I put in my Walmart W2, of course they combined both of them, but then I realized instead of my whole heap of taxes or Walmart take out of my money, and state tax and federal tax, be added to the new one, I realized that my taxes start to decrease. Let me tell you something. Pandemonium, heart attack, heart failure, every single thing start to reach me at once. Cause me I say, hold on there. Why the money at decrease and my other second W2? You're supposed to go because no all the taxes them are. You got me and say, listen to me. Heart failure, every single thing nearly reached me at once. Because I'm like, why is my money decreasing? No, that's my add my second W2. Then I got to realize that the threshold, because I always see but I never pay attention to it. Because the reason I never pay attention to it is because the first year that I did my taxes, I only got like $300 and that was because I started working late. The second year that I did my taxes, I don't know if you want me to talk about this video, but I actually left the States and I came back to Jamaica and then went up back again on my same J1 visa that year. That's an interesting video. I don't know if you want me to talk about it, please just tell me that you want me to talk about it. But yes, I had to leave the States, come back down to Jamaica. I was so nervous that year. And so I spent 2 weeks in Jamaica in the summer. Yes, as a J1, I left the States, came back down and went up back the same summer on my same J1 visa. And so that same year when I was filing my taxes, I lost a lot of money because the time that I had to come down, I spent almost over $2,500 in airplane tickets, traveling back and forth. It was a whole mess. And so that second time when I was filing my taxes, my money did not pass over the 12,000 because of that thing. And so the third time, which would have been the year of COVID came, so I didn't go away. So this year, no, when I actually stayed and worked my full length of time, I worked, I think, $1,500 shy of $20,000 this year. And so when I saw that, I was like, yeah, taxes are good. But I realized that when I put my second W2, the thing go down. So come to find out that 12,500 threshold that I always see there, it is actually there for a reason. So once you pass that threshold, meaning that you work more than 12,500 in that year, when you combine all the W2s, the percentage on your tax is going to be increased. And so when that is increased, then it is going to decrease the amount of tax that you are getting back. Understood? Let me explain that again. If you do not pass the 12,500 when you combine all of your W2s, you will get a handsome sum if that is the returns that you should get. But the minute you combine all of your W2s and you pass that 12,500 threshold, then they are going to increase the percentage on the tax that they're taxing that money, and they're going to increase it, and so you realize a bigger chunk is going to come out of your money. No, I realized that, and so I was like, no sir, me not file both of my W2 them together. So here me do know, me file one and then me say me go come back and file the next one. Hey, girl, wrong, and then bang, bang, bang. And let me say this before I even continue with the rest of the story time. I think this is a story time, yes. Some of you out there might be watching this video and saying that, but I see people get 3,000 odd pan them taxes and 4,000 odd pan them taxes and hey, faster than cow fat. Listen, me, I go by the laws of the land at all times. So, yes, when me are telling you when me go through legit, please do not tell me what other persons have done and get for them hold some money. Me I tell you what me do legit, because you see that girl here, I love freedom and your name is everything, and me don't want my name. Listen, anything. So if you watch this video and you don't feel enthused or sparkled or whatever that, or tickled by the information that I'm giving you, because you might be getting this and you used to say people that get 3,000, 4,000, them know what them do. As for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord and we'll be honest over here, right? Because a legal route, me say. So that happened, and so me go ahead and me file one of my taxes, because me I say make me trick the IRS. Not really trick them, but file that so me can get my right amount, and then file the next one so me can get my right amount. Come here, say it was a good amount me I get back, almost 20k on taxes. Listen, so we file that, you know, ready for go back go file the second one now. Error. I'm like, what do you mean error? I need to file my second taxes to get this amount because this is what I'm supposed to get. So I run a quick Google check and I'm like, Google, can you file one of your taxes and then 2 weeks later file? And Google was like, no, you have to file all your taxes together all at once, or none at all. Not none at all, but if you file one and then file the other one later in the same year, then you have to do an amendment. So me I say amendment. So me I say, all right then. If they go do the amendment, then I'll give me back the rightful money we're supposed to get. So me have this all in my mind, because initially I thought that you could file one of your taxes this year, because I wanted all my money that I was supposed to get. You could file all your taxes this year, and then I was thinking of next year, 2023, to file the next tax. And then Google TurboTax was like, no, you have to file all your W2s no, or none at all. Or if you file one, that's it, unless you do amendment to add the other one. And so I realized that was the case, and I was like, Lord of His mercy, but look, I'm gonna file one now, I'm gonna go file the next one. And so it's y'all, this is why I don't do my taxes, because I'm always running on some problem. But it's good because now I have experience and now I have learned from all of that. And so what happened is that I had to do another form that is called the amendment form, and so that form does not become available until like later, like closer to March or so. And so what I did was that I went on to TurboTax again, I signed up for them to send me the amendment form when it has been released. And so when they sent me the amendment form, I went ahead, put my other W-2 on it. And so here is the gotcha. You see, when you amend the taxes, you see the amount where you originally get if you just submit the two and just take the loss, just take the loss and get the little shatter. Them take out money out of the amendment. When I amended my taxes and I added my second W-2 and saw the amount that they took out, I was like, I better made it go with whether they might offer me first than for this happen. And so I have learned my lesson. Never ever ever talk about say me I add one W-2 now and then next time or next year. If me not have everything all at once, I am not going, because the money that you're going to get after the amendment is going to be little to nothing. So it's better you just do everything all at once and just get that out with. So that's all I have to say on that. And so go back and go watch this again if you never catch them again for say or whatever the case is. But yeah, that is that on that. Let me see the next thing that I have here on my agenda. All right, so that was a lot. That was a whole story time. I'm not even sure what I'm going to title this, but anyways, so on Instagram I posted some questions, and again on Instagram, if you message me on Instagram, you would get a quicker response than if you message on YouTube. Sometimes I see some people messaging like some personalish message on YouTube, and I'm like, no, you can message me on Instagram if you really want me to answer that. All right, so that's that. So message me on Instagram to get quicker and faster replies. All right, and again, if you see my page private, it doesn't mean that you can't send me a message. All you have to do is send a message and I will see it. However, I do have a lot of people who message me every day, and remember I teach, and so teaching takes up most of my time. So sometimes I don't even check my Instagram for a day. So if I don't see a message today and you text me today, don't fret, I eventually will see, because I don't like to see that message icon. I just feel uncomfortable just seeing the message thing there. So I will respond to you, but not immediately, if that makes sense. Now, some questions came in from Instagram. I'm going to answer them quickly. One person said, these are 2 questions. What amount can you get back in taxes? It can be arranged. No, it can't be arranged. It all depends on what you work. That is what you're going to get back. If your money don't pass the threshold, then you probably have a higher chance of getting back a lot more than if it passes the threshold, meaning that they will increase the percentage of tax that they tax to deduct that money, if you understand what I just said. And then the last question said, do you think the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine will stop or affect work and travel to the US this year? No, it is work and travel to the US, not Europe or whatever the case is. Remember, America cannot physically enter the war unless Russia attacks them, because America is a part of NATO. And so if anybody troubles any country in NATO, then all the countries in NATO has to respond. And so America has not been engaged in any war with Ukraine or with Russia. So no, it won't affect that, none at all. So you don't have anything to worry about. All you have to do is just go away, make the money, save wisely, spend wisely, and come back to Jamaica, finish college, and get some experience, and then see the next step for you to expand and to build yourself financially and all of that. Because trust me, with the way how things are going now, Jamaica is probably not going to be it for a lot of us in 5 years time. So finish that degree, get that degree, get some experience, look for means and different ways how you can expand with this degree. For teachers, student teachers, if you're watching me, I have something very special coming for you. And so without further ado, that's all I had to say. I hope you found this information very useful. This is my longest sit down video ever. I'm not going to edit anything, because everything I said in here is what I wanted you to see, and it's the best way I knew how to explain it. So without further ado, thank you for watching. It's your girl Sandrine. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And I see that subscribe account going. Initially I wasn't even caring or about my subscriber account, but I see it climbing. Go ahead and subscribe. Who to tell, I might have some more interesting information to drop on here. So go ahead and get your girl to 1,000K. But anyways, bye. Thank you for watching. It's your girl Reen C, and I'm out.